Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pub channel for another gameplay video. I know, it's been a long time since I have one. Please forgive me, but I was busy with this thing called life. I have friends, I have things to do outside, and it is summer, so please forgive me. But I am back now, and this time around, it is gonna be one deck that everybody has been requesting for, and one deck that I've been playing again and again and again because I love it so much. It is gonna be me on the bottom playing Lord Slug, and it is gonna be Return of Bastion from Planet Sadala, and he is gonna be playing the blue Gohan. This is the rival from the Bojack, right? Okay, but before we go on and talk about the game, I would really like to encourage you to give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel, so give me some encouragement to bring you more and more of this videos, right? They take a very long time to do, by the way. Alright, so here we go. This is gonna be Lord Slug. It's me. I'm going first, tapping one to play Angela. Angela actually just is a searcher. He does nothing. Even if he has the ability to play something from the drop and stuff like that, his ability only props if you play from your hand. So after the first and the second turn, actually this is a very useless card. So one of the cards you want to have at the start of your hand. When it comes to the strategy wise, right, what Lord Slug is, that a lot of people mistaken that Lord Slug is actually a meal deck. It is, of course, a meal deck with a very funny way to meal because it makes your opponent draws. But ultimately, it is a more of a spammy deck. You will see that in action. It is actually also a very, very aggressive deck. You will see it in action. It is one of my favorite decks. So any question you have about the deck, please write it down in the comment section below. Deck profile will be coming soon. All right. When it comes to the Gohan, it's more like a energy manipulation deck, because when he swings, he's able to play is able to untap some energy, take energy, replace energy and stuff like that, and keep one of the energy open. And he has a very, very devastating finisher. You will see that later. So you can see right now, how does that happen? Why do I have a 19k dual attacker 20 that goes 25 and at turn 2? And now I can even tap for wings, and I just have 2 energy. It is because of this. When Lord Slug swings, your opponent also draws a card. And you said, okay, that is a really, really stupid thing to have. I agree with you, but that's the trick. You give your opponent a lot of cards, but the more cards that he has in his hands, the more things you can do. For example, if you have 7 more cards, you can free play things like that. A 3 cost, just swing at him, right? You can do that. And then when you have 10 or more cards, you can free play something from your drop area. So it is a deck that really generates a lot of benefits from that. All right, so here we go, Lord Slug against Son Gohan. Yeah, so one of the questions I would really like to ask all of you here is, what do you think about BT17? I could have shown you a BT17, but seriously, I didn't really enjoy the decks though. It always feels like something is missing, so maybe that is why. Alright, so here we go, turn number 3 on Lord Slug. What can we do? I am at 7 life, my opponent doesn't want to swing, but fear not, Lord Slug has the ability to awaken if he wants to. Tapping 3, play your Unison, and the Unison has the ability to free play a 1-drop, and your opponent gets to draw a card also. And this Unison can come up for cheap if you want to, but I need him to get that marker. And here we go, +1 goes to 4. However, I'm gonna play wings from the Unison. If you have more cards in your hands, which my opponent has it, it's a free play. Do I want to play wings? Yes, I want to play wings. Wings, it's awesome. This card is so good. Do a -3, you rejuvenate. I even have the Unison on board, and guess what I awaken at? I awaken at 8 lives. And this guy, when he awakens, is a monster. You know why? Because he is a 20k. 20k during your turn permanently, but during your opponent's turn, if you have 7 or less cards in his hands, you get a -5. So your opponent only for the last final swing could bring you down to 15. If they want to bring you down to 15, have an easier time, they need 7 less cards. If they kept on drawing the cards, they like their big hands, which all of us do, they need to swing at you at 20. So it's a permanent sense of being on this leader. It's really awesome. And if your opponent, one of the things I forgot to do here is if your opponent has 10 or more cards, I am able to free play something from the drop area, 2 or less. You will see that later. Yep. So a lot of spammy thing that you're gonna be getting just because of this thing of just being awesome, right? You draw a card, your opponent draws a card, and then now I'm gonna free play my load slug from my 1 drop because this is free. Yep. I'm gonna swing 19k. Then because my opponent has 3 or more cards, 7 or more cards in his hands, it is a 25k dual attacker that I don't even have to pay any energy to play. See? So, gonna swing again. Why not? Gonna apply some pressure. 25k. Another 15k. Gonna go up to 20, trying to remove that thing, that vanilla card. The problem with removing that vanilla card is that your opponent does have a lot of combo power though. And then Load Slug's ability, free play something that is 2 or less from your drop area, that is Slug Army. That Meta Matcha, you really want it into your drop area. But the good thing is, why not? I'm just gonna put him there. He could bottom deck this though, that would be quite problematic, but maybe he might want to choose something which is a little bit more powerful to bottom deck. For example, like my 3 drop, which is going to be dual attack the next turn. He is going to be playing SS3 Gogeta. This is quite a problem for me because he can bounce cards back into my hands. I actually don't care though. The thing is, a lot of things I can free play. So if he bounced my 1 drop to my hand, I can just use the Unison and free play it, and I get to draw a card. And then when I play the 1 drop from my hand, I get to draw a card, and then I get to free play something from my hand, which is a 3 drop again. It's awesome, right? It's really awesome. But your opponent does have a very big hand though, so you really need to understand how to play this deck. I'm gonna block this blocker. It's awesome because when he blocks, both you and your opponent gets to draw a card. Very good. Your opponent will love you. Your opponent will love you until they realize that it is a little bit too late because this deck, it's quite difficult to deal with. Alright, I'm gonna show you more later about this deck. So if you're gonna say, hey Sensupop, why do you keep on talking about Lord Slug? It's because actually all this gameplay video, it's for me to showcase to you how a certain deck works, and this time around it is gonna be Lord Slug. And yeah, so basically that's it. Yeah, and of course I can talk a little bit about Sun Gohan. And yeah, he's gonna be playing until he goes for the mega boss monster. That's Super Saiyan 2 Sun Gohan, that really good Sun Gohan. And it's gonna cost me quite a lot of trouble. We will see it later on. He will be able to play it. Alright, so he is gonna take care of my battle card. I think that is a good idea because my battle card is actually 19, my Unison is 15, and my leader, it's a 20. Okay, so it's just, if you are 20, just a little bit easier to take care of my battle card. Actually thinking about that, 19 and 20 on defensive. Actually, there should not be too much of a difference. If you talk about U7 Son Goku and he awakens at 8 life at 15k, I awaken at 8 life at 20k. This deck, it's ridiculous. If you really know how to play it, I can understand it is very uncomfortable to play this. Your opponent has a very big hand. It took me quite some time to understand how this deck works, but once I got it, yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about my tech later. You can see I was really lucky with the cards I draw, or maybe because I was drawing quite a lot of cards also at the same time, so maybe that is why that is really good. The thing is, my deck is on 60, right? I don't know if I want to bring it down to 58. I want to bring it down to 58 so that it's more consistent with the draw. Oh, he really wants to swing hard. He wants to swing hard. Okay, it's fine. Okay, here we go. Swing really hard. and I'm just gonna take the damage. Alright, here we go. Down to my 4 energy. What can 4 energy do in this deck? Trust me, a lot. Here we go. So first up, tap 1 Meta Matcha, send it to Warp, place a Meta Matcha token. You and your opponent draws 2. Your opponent can put back 2 at the end of the turn. You can tell them put up to. They can put back 1. They can put back 2. And then here we go, Frieza Healing Port. This is amazing because I can free play the blocker that would draws me a card later, but because I free play from Lord Slug's ability, because my opponent has 10 or more cards, it's a free play. Now I have a blocker that will draw me a card, and then with Frieza Port draws me a card using the ability of the Slug that is on the board that one cost. Because my opponent has 7 more cards, I will free play this 19k that pops anything on the board from my opponent that does not have barrier, right? It does not get past barrier. And then guess what? You and your opponent draws a card also, and he's gonna demagic it. I think that is a very good strategy. Keep to not prolong this game. Don't prolong the game against Slug, because Slug has a secondary win con, which is he mills you, right? Your super combo draws. Your start of the game you draw. When your leader swings, you have to draw, right? And then when you're against Slug, Slug can make you draw like 4, 5, or 6 cards per turn. So just be careful until the last turn. All right, here we go. What I like about this Slug deck, it's because take a look. Even the Meta Matcha token, it's themed. Frieza Healing Port, it's not exactly themed though, right? But I don't know, Frieza Healing Port is so good because if your opponent has 10 or more cards, your leader can actually free play something from the drop area. So you can free play and then you draw 1. Just like that, every single turn. You leader swings, you draw 1, free play, you draw another 1. Why not? I think that's really, really good. Draw 2 per turn, and then you free play something from your hands, you draw again. You just go through your deck like really, really well. Okay. So I have 2 energy up for defensive. I think that's good because when the Gohan gets a lot, it's also quite a spammy deck because he can swing something that's 20. That Tapion over there can swing also. It's gonna hurt me, and then he has 4 energy. Okay, good. I have dominant potential. That is great. Put something down in the drop area, 2 or less Slug Army. You know why? Because I can free play it the next turn. The best option for dominant potential, it's definitely Meta Matcha, because the next turn you tap 1, you and your opponent draws 2, and you get a 0+5k combo if you want to. If you can hear the excitement in my tone, it's because guess what? This is one of my favorite decks of all time, right? I really love another deck also, which is Goku Black, the Wish. Yeah, I'm really waiting for the Sensu, the Zenkai boost, if they're gonna show us that Zamasu. I think that is for the Goku Black. I think that would be really, really nice. But so far, what I really like about this Lord Slug deck, it's, yeah, everything. Here we go. He has a blocker, Unbelievable Might. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, because as my things gets more and it gets bigger, it's really difficult to deal with. It gets very, very difficult to deal with already. So I'm just explaining what it does to my opponent here, Bastion. He is gonna be targeting the 1-drop wings. That's the problem. You want to target that thing, it goes in the drop area. Guess what? The next turn, I'm just gonna pop my leader's ability and bring it back for 0 energy. And guess what? Because of Frieza Healing Port, I'm gonna draw a card. Yep. One card I'm trying to... There are 2 cards that I'm trying to slot in for Lord Slug, which is the 6-drop Successor. Yeah, that card, I think so. Just tap 1, just Successor, and just go for final swing, 25k double strike. Pick one of your opponent's card and drop it down in the drop area. Why not? But I'm not too sure. I don't have space. My deck, it's on 60. Yeah. And the other one is the 2-drop Slug, because I can actually use that card, play using the leader's ability, play that card, goes to my deck, pick any Lord Slug Army 4 or less, put it into my hand, and then Frieza Healing Port, draw someone. Now I'm gonna use Homicidal Clones, and guess what? It is also themed because it is Meta Token. It's awesome. Take a look at my Meta Token. I have all 3 designs all set up. Yep. And it is in yellow sleeves, orange sleeve, you know, because orange and green, it's a lot more like Slug. I think so, right? It's kind of like yellow too. If there's something that I could put it in yellow, maybe the leader's border. That's a good idea, right? I think so. Okay, so free play, wings, leader's ability, free play. Am I gonna free play something else? Free play. Oh, I'm gonna tap 4, and this is Lord Slug monstrous strength. This guy, it's a monster. One of the mistakes I made is it chooses everything, KO it. It does not ignore barrier, but it's good enough. It's 4 cost, 30k double strike. And then one thing I forgot: choose one of your opponent's units and card and remove 2 markers from it. Okay, it's a lot and a lot of values. But guess what? Now when he is on the board, he has deflect, so he is definitely gonna stay. He doesn't have barrier, unfortunately, but I will argue with barrier. It's good. Now with the 1 drop, I'm gonna free play this thing. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck, and this is the combo killer. You will see it in action later. Now it is gonna be very horrible for your opponent now, because with that big Lord Slug on the board, why is it 4? It's because I kind of use the free play for this the 1 drop, right? The 1 drop really just -1. Why is it that guy? If my opponent uses counter attack, just activate counter attack, your opponent chooses 6 cards in a sense and discard the rest of the cards. It doesn't matter, he has 14, 15, 17, he draws so much and he's very, very happy. Once this card is out, your opponent has to use those cards for combo. If he tries to counter it, do a counter play, a counter attack, it's gonna be horrible. I'll show you my deck. The Lord Slug deck has the ability to do a counter play punishment also. So now he's gonna super combo. My combo killer comes in, and I'm gonna snipe that super combo away, and both of us is gonna draw a card. Once per turn, this is once per turn, if your opponent combos, you can choose that card and put it into drop area, and both of you draws a card. Now it is a 0 combo. Now he's gonna use this. I cannot snipe it. Of course, I will use my ability, right? Okay, and that guy, the monster. So the monster, the boss monster Slug, it's not only his battle. It's when he is on the board. If your opponent even activates a counterplay, it's counter attack. It's gonna thing. Right now, I do not have the chance to make my opponent tackle his counterplay. All right. So one of the things I got wrong, again, that unison is not supposed to be there. And now 20k doubles, 30k double strike, and he's gonna take. Now it is down to 2 lives and 4. My opponent has a huge hand. You can see it's a break, and the reason why he cannot do a counter attack is because now, unless he removes that Slug on the table, he can't do it. It's gonna be very, very painful for him. Yep. Okay, so one of the scary thing about your opponent swing with Slug, it's swing back, it's his combo power, it's gonna be very, very massive, right? So one of my actually secret play, which is a trap card, I play the Great Ape SCR. That SCR has the ability just to so your opponent can go for the last swing, so combo, unless it's a leader or a unison card. I just pop the SCR and just KO the battle card. If it's a battle card, it's gonna be. Now here we go. I am gonna be using this, and it's a 0 plus 10k, just like that. The best part is it is a Slug army. That means, and it is 2 or less. And now I'm gonna dominant potential. Good. So dominant potential, great. My opponent has 1 more swing. And yep, here we go, Super Saiyan. And with that Slug army, my leader can recycle the super combo. Yeah, he is gonna play this Super Sun Gohan, deflect, triple strike. This guy, it's gonna bomb the whole entire board, except for my few card, I guess. Yep. I didn't use my. He didn't combo though. If not, both of us can draw an extra card. That would be good. That combo killer, it's a really good card, because if you think about it, you are the only one who gains the advantage from it, right? Because every single thing that you do, it's your opponent has to combo 1 in order to draw 1 from the combo killer. But for you, you don't have to do anything. The card is already on the board. You are just drawing 1. So the longer that thing stays on the board, the more He's gonna go for the swing now, and I am just gonna be taking it because I'm planning to finish the game the next turn. And I want all the combo power that I can get. I do have a negate, but I was thinking like the negate takes 1 life. Then the other one, I'm gonna take 3 cards. Why not? Yep. Let's see. Here we go. Is it my 6th energy? Yes, my 6th energy. I don't think that would be a useful card anymore. We're down to 1 life, right? I'm getting really excited. He's down to 2. 2 and 1. Both of us are in danger. Here we go. Hey guys, so how did you enjoy the game so far? Once again, I would like to remind you, if you are still here, a big shout out to you. If you like this video, appreciate, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to support me. All this thing takes time. I am after sports, after work. I'm sitting at home and doing this. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be I'm gonna play my Unison card. My opponent has 7 or more cards, so tapping 1, play the Unison, using the Unison, 3 play the 1 drop. Both of us draws 1. And from that Unison, we draw an extra 1. That is really good. So it just keeps on drawing. And my opponent now it's asking how, oh, I'm gonna be tapping 4, and guess what? It is gonna be combo killer, Lord Slug, and then I'm just gonna smash his board, and then free play from Lord Slug, draw 1. Now my opponent cannot do counterplay, my opponent cannot do counterattack, my opponent once per turn with Lord Slug will be sniped. All this are all free play. Can you see on the board that everything it's almost free play, right? It's crazy, it's crazy. Now he's checking to make sure that it is correct. Trust me, it is correct. So the super combo, I can use it for super combo. It is a 15k. I can swing with it if I want to, and it has the ability if my opponent activates a counter attack, counter play. My opponent has to discard 2. My opponent activates a counter attack. My opponent has to choose 6 cards in his hand and discards everything, and then we draw 1 card. I get an extra draw. Now it goes, he's gonna do it, he's gonna choose 6 cards and discard the rest of 1, and I get to draw a card. Here we go. He has to do it, if not I'm just gonna combo my whole hands for this one. Alright, so he has 6 cards in his hands. The leader is gonna swing. Gonna draw 1. He can draw 1 too. He is gonna be doing D magic. Okay. It's a once per turn. Alright, so he got out of it already. Actually, that was a pretty smart move, you know. Like, sacrifice this, because if he lets it go, my combo power it's super high. And I don't think he can handle the rest of the cards on this. So 15k, here we go, Dirty Burst. He really doesn't want a combo. Okay, I'm gonna do another 15k, sacrifice the super combo. He's gonna Dirty Burst again. Alright, another 15k. That's why I wanted to play that 6 drop successor, right? And I think from EB, Battle Evolution, I'm gonna play Evolution Battle. I don't know, help me here. So tap 1, successor 6, it's easy over here, and then just go for like a 1 more double strike swing, take 1 card and put it into my opponent's, take it away from my opponent, right? So this is something that I can do. Both of us have really good hands. He's gonna swing and he's gonna do a counter. That is really difficult for me. I thought that Dominant Potential is gonna help me there, but unfortunately that is not the case here. So he is gonna be counter, putting a triple striker 30k on the board. It is gonna be helping, it's gonna be causing me a lot. I'm just explaining to him which is the cards, and he decided to choose that one because that is a valid 0 plus 5k super combo, right? He also wants to go for the game. It's totally fine. And yeah, so after resolving this, I just want to show him that actually I do have Charismatic Villain. I'm just gonna pop it. He has 1 swing. Does he wants to go? He doesn't have the cards in his hands to out combo my hand, so that is the thing. He knew it, and he's just Look at my hand. It's ridiculous. Every single card, it's a combo. I think I have like 2 to 3 super combos in my hand, so it's basically that. Alright, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the whole thing. I'm so sorry that the commentary is one-sided, but that is the idea of the video, right? It is to showcase more of what Lord Slug can do. A big shout out to Bastian from Planet Sedella for playing with me, and yeah, so yeah, it also takes time, right? And he was setting up everything to make sure that we can play the game properly. Alright, so hey guys, so the deck profile will be coming soon, and if you like this video, I appreciate you give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. Also, do follow me on Instagram. I am super active there. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video. Ciao, bye.